Day hike today. I'm at Burchfield Park. It's supposed to be a trail of about 7 to 8 miles. Hopefully I'll be able to finish it before the park closes. If not, I'll have to cut out early. But it's still pretty early in the day, and I believe they don't close until 5:45, and it's just 2:30 now. So with that said, I will start to move on, and I will get back to you in a moment. This part of the trail is known as the river trail. It follows the Grand River. Matter of fact, let's get on over here a second and I can show you. I have to go off the trail a little bit to do it, but I'm sure it'll be alright. It's a pretty windy day, but it's nice, somewhere in the low 50s, I believe. Quite comfy. But there you are, Grand River. Much nicer than it is down in Jackson. Looking forward to this. It's been a while since I've been out, so well, we'll get to it. I'll be back. Once I got here, I realized I'd actually been to this park before, very briefly. The first year I started on the forestry program up at MSU, our advisor, our forestry advisor at the time, set up this kayaking trip down the Grand River, and this was the point where this is the park where I parked the car, and then we shuttled to another end and rode down to back to the park. So I thought this was a place I'd never been before. I was wrong. I had been here. I'd never actually didn't know that it offered all this. I mean, this is a pretty nice park. I mean, as you can see, it's getting into fall, quite into fall, so there's no leaves left on the trees. But it's very nice. I'll have to definitely come back here during a nicer season, maybe late spring, early summer, somewhere like that, and just really check it out in all its glory. Or even maybe in early fall when all the leaves would be colored. I mean, because right now it's, if you look up, not a leaf on the tree. Oh, okay, you got some beech there that have leaves, but those leaves are basically finished. This is gonna be a nice hike. Oh, so yeah, I'll be back. Well, luckily for me, I don't really have to use a map because quite periodically there are these signs that tell me exactly where I need to go. I had printed out a map. I even have my All Trails app on my phone just in case. But this is going to make it really simple for me to get around. I mean they have them a lot. In the short period I've been going, this is the 5th sign I've seen. So yeah. Well, as I've been doing this, it looked like this was going to be a completely hardwood stand, but to my surprise, if you look in back there, see if I can get a little bit of a you can see in the background there is a pine stand. From what I can tell at this distance, it looks like red pine, but I'm only about 95% certain of that from this distance. And they don't really want you going in there. I saw a sign back there that said, please do not enter. So I'm going to go along with that. Let me zoom back out. I'm going to honor the requests and stay out of there. But boy, I kind of wish I could go through there. nothing I like more than the evergreen stand. Well, been walking for a little while, but still, this is a pretty easy trail. So if you want to get out and get nice scenery, I would highly recommend this if you just want a nice, easy hike. There's hardly any hills, pretty flat. The trails are really, really in good shape. Some of you might have noticed this bandana around my throat. I'm using it as a face mask, so because of COVID-19, if I pass by any other hikers, I go and throw it on before I get to them. Another thing I also want to mention, I found these beef sticks at the local Myers. It is a Country Archer brand. Come to find out, they are humanely raised, grass-fed, and they're pretty good. I highly recommend them. And with that, I'm going to keep on walking. Okay, well, I started up here at 1. I am now down here at 28. I am doubting the validity of this being 7 to 8 miles. Feels probably closer to 5 miles. But we will see as I move on. Well, I've gotten off of River Trail. I'm now on Meadow Trail, which is taking me back north to the trailhead. This is great, but I've been watching lots of videos of basically like hiking out west. And the one thing it definitely told me is I really want to hike mountains. Don't get me wrong, this forest hiking is great, but it's just not the same, I don't feel. I mean, I guess West Coaster, always a West Coaster, and that is where I actually want to be. But in my case, in order to get mountains, some kind of SOL here in Michigan, I mean, you're not really going to find mountains. You find some hills. If you want to go, you got to either head east or preferably west to get to mountains. I'm sure I'll probably get some east side in sometime in the nearer future. I won't say real near, but nearer future. Maybe head out to Pennsylvania or somewhere like that. Maybe even eastern or western Virginia. But yeah, I mean, I really would love to one day hike the PCT or Pacific Crest Trail if you didn't get that. It's a trail out west. I won't talk about it, but I'll link it at the bottom of the video. So it would be expensive. At the very least, I think I would like to at least do Oregon segment of it. I mean, I've been told the Washington segment's better, more scenic, but Oregon is home. And that's where I think I'd like to do if I could only do part of it. Well, I have looped back to River Trail. I am definitely heading back towards the parking lot. This is definitely not a 7 to 8 mile trail round trip. I'll give it maybe 5, but that even might be being generous. But it's nice. I mean, got the rivers and the hardwood trees, and even got a few conifers, which was quite nice. But yeah, I would do it again. I just think I'll wait till a better part of a season for it. In the fall, probably not the best time. But yeah. Well, it looks like I'm coming to the end of the line, and I don't mean this song by Devildriver. This was definitely a nice, relaxing hike. Nothing too heavy duty. Like I said earlier, I would do it again, just in a different season. It was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.